So next what we're going to do is the cube development. In the past we did the 1 point and then we did the floating cubes. We studied the layout, how to make it more interesting with those 9 cubes composition. Here what I want you to do is going to be start molding out from the cube. We're going to have 5 cubes to work with. It's same idea, could be around anywhere around here within the grid. But what I want you to start to think is how to mold those cubes to be a lot more interesting forms, shapes, and order. So if you remember back in your basic design class, the form, shape, and form, space, and order lesson. After you develop your grid, I want you to start sketching. Ditch your ruler, your triangle. Hopefully by having this grid, you have the idea to, start. This is just a development for your first layout. So it's okay to not to be perfect. So first, I'm gonna sketch around my the ground plan first, right? And play around with it, see what kind of composition. And we want to have pretty varied locations for these. 3, 4, 4. Same thing, it's still cubes. Sometimes you're probably a little bit off the grid, that's fine. And maybe it could be a cube within a cube. Think of it as Lego. So we're going to start shaping it, right? And then you're going to start building it up. So this is 4. Remember how we decide the height? We're going to go back in here first. Remember your increments. 1, because that's 0, 2, 3, 4, and then estimate it going back there. So that's the back side. Same thing here. So I want you to start sketching with it, okay? That's my first cube. 2-point cube. Do it again here. And then you're going to continue it. And then we're going to start molding into it. Remember how we did the cylinder, the tube? Same thing. And we also did, this is probably a little bit taller, right? Because there's 5 of them. So I'm going to measure 5. I'm right here. 5. Going back there. That's my point. This is 5 right now. The back side. Oops. Turn your hand around to make sure you did a straight strokes. That's the big one right there. And I'm going to do a slope maybe. Maybe not full slope, but I'm going to stop it in the center of this. So that's my second cube, and then I'm developing a slope within it. So play around, start molding, and do a quick thumbnail also so that you know, get a general idea of what shape you want. Maybe start the cube here and then you want another cube there. So study it around, play around with your layout, what shape you want.